Hello, my name is Chris Kugelhahn, and I wanted to share with you or walk you through some of the items that Highgarden offers its agents in the form of leads and technology. Sometimes I think some of this needs to be expanded on to fully grasp, but it's something I'm very proud of. It's something we've built in-house for the last 16, 17 years. It's a platform that helps you generate leads and maintain the relationships with your leads and your past clients and your sphere of influence with some intention. So with that being said, I want to get right into it. The platform that we've developed over the last, like I said, 15, 17 years has been one from the ground up. It's specifically designed for real estate. It's all contained within one platform, from your marketing to your agent branding on your corporate website. And it's basically a carbon copy of our website, which we've invested literally hundreds of thousands of dollars in to make sure that it generates leads. And you get a carbon copy of that here. But once you generate the leads or you have your past clients, the biggest part of our system, I think, revolves around our CRM, which is a client relationship manager or customer relationship manager. We call it our IMS, the information management system that we built from the ground up. It's specifically designed for real estate. It's been proven over time with, I think, 30,000 transactions, almost 1 million leads have run through this system, and over 1,000 agents across the country have used this system to be more successful and to manage all of their relationships. We'll get into each part of this in a second, but first I wanted to talk to you about something we talk about here at Highgarden is AI. And what we mean by AI is it's automated intelligence. A lot of your daily tasks are automated, from emails to updating clients, MLS searches, to really thinking behind the scenes for you. If you have 1,000 leads in your database, our system analyzes those thousands of leads every single day and says, hey, here's 3 or 4 or 5 that you might want to take a look at. And so I'm going to get into that even in more detail as I go through this. The first thing I want to talk about is something that we've built the company on for 20 years. We provide leads to all of our agents if they want them. Some of our agents are so successful with their sphere and their past clients that they really don't need Highgarden leads to launch their business, or they've taken their business to a point where now they're working the easy business or easier business, their sphere of influence or the relationships, that they've developed. But our goal, is to help you launch your business or get it to where it needs to be. We believe that we can take your business to 100 or 150 past clients quicker than any other company in the city because we provide you a steady flow of prospects and leads if you need them. But that being said, it's only one spoke on your wheel that we teach here at Highgarden. You need to learn how to master open houses or master social media, master the relationships of your sphere, through social media. But whatever spoke, that you excel at, we want to help you with that spoke or develop it. Internet leads or Highgarden leads are not for everyone, but our goal is to find those spokes on your wheel that really will help you take your business to the next level. But Highgarden leads could be a major part of that. I think we are one of only a handful or 2 handfuls of companies in the country that actually integrate with some social media platforms and harness technology that they offer. For example, we import all of our data that we have in our system on our literally hundreds of thousands of leads to Facebook every day and Instagram, and give that to Facebook so that when somebody goes to Instagram or Facebook and they're scrolling through their timeline, we're showing them properties right in their timeline that closely match what they're looking for. And I'm going to show you some examples of some statistics later in this presentation that proves our point. But as it all ties in, from their Facebook, from what they're seeing on Facebook or Instagram, to generating a lead, notifying you of that lead, to giving you the opportunity to say, yeah, that lead's, just not for me. If it is for you, that lead automatically gets put into our ecosystem and our CRM. And we're going to talk a lot about remarketing in just a little bit. We generate a few different types of leads. One we call the VIP lead. Basically, when somebody goes to our website, they click on some properties, and we ask them to register. This is the first step. This is where we drop, we can see what they looked at, we can gather that information, and we can capture their contact information. An important piece of this is down there on the right where it says final step. We ask them, are you considering a move, or are you just browsing? Are you ready to move right now? And you know the answer to that question before you decide to, accept the lead or take a lead from Highgarden. So that's one version of a lead. Another one is our speed leads. And these are going to be very similar to like Zillow or Realtor.com or OpCity leads, where a consumer is on our website, browsing homes, looking at homes, and in one click, they can message the agent on if that's a lead in your specific system or your sphere. That message comes to you, like they're interested in this house. And a lot of times these leads are ready to go out and view a home. That's why they're scheduling a tour or they're messaging the agent, is that they're ready to go. These leads may have been in the system for months, but with our remarketing, we can get them back on our site. And when they're ready, they click one of those two buttons, and it's kind of a race. We distribute those leads if they're not already assigned to an agent in a round robin. The 10 or 15 agents will get notified at the same time. And the first agent that responds to that lead receives the lead. These are some of the best leads that we have, and it's vital that we get back to these clients and leads as quickly as possible. Another major big part of our system is lead scoring. And like I said, you could have over 1,000 leads in your database if you're with Highgarden for a year, 2, 3 years. And you don't have time to look at all 1,000 leads every day. But what we can do is we can analyze those 1,000 leads on your behalf and take it out and say, hey, Laura, here's 7 leads out of your 1,000 that you might want to look at because something has changed. Either they've been back on the website recently and they haven't been, for a long time. They looked at the same property for the 4th time in the last 3 days, or they forwarded the property to a friend, or a combination of all those things. There's about 20 different things we look at to score leads. And so we're putting these leads right in front of you every day saying, these are the most important ones to look at today. Our conversion rate is about 13x. When a lead is on this hot list, and you reach out and you actually talk to them, or get in some sort of conversation with them, the conversion of these leads is about 13x versus just a standard VIP lead that comes to our website and registers. Some of those people could be 6, 12 months, maybe 18 months out. They're just starting the process. But when a lead gets on our hot list, it definitely deserves some attention. I'm going to show you some examples of this, live examples of what I'm talking about in a little bit. Same thing with lead scoring. It's not just that you have to log into your CRM to get notified that we have a hot lead here. We're going to send you a text saying, hey, Leslie Kingseed, she's been on our system for almost 8 years. And in the last 30 days, she's looked at 10 different homes and she's visited our website 11 different times. This might be a lead that you want to reach out to. Something has changed with Leslie. So we notify you via text message, email. We're putting the opportunities right there in front of you. Another thing I'm super proud of is the remarketing that we do. If you don't know what remarketing is, it means when people visit your website, they may not give you their name, phone number, and everything else, but we can basically track them. We know what they've looked at. So when they go back to their favorite platform, either Facebook or Instagram, we can show properties to them that closely match what they've looked at on our website. And we can do this for months. And it's all about keeping the lead within our ecosystem. So they visit a web page and look at a property. We send that data up into the social media cloud so that the next time they get on Instagram, they're seeing homes that closely match what they're looking for. They may not be ready to buy today, but when they are, we want to keep them coming back to our website, not going out to the other portal websites or anywhere else. We want to keep them in our ecosystem so that when they are ready to buy, they come back to you. And I'm going to show you some cool examples of exactly how this works and proof that it does work in just a little bit. Actually, I think I'm going to do that right now before I get into the IFS stuff. Let me switch screens here. Some of you that do Facebook marketing, not just as a side gig, but as for real, you'll have a Facebook management account. But this shows you, for example, this is all of Highgarden's listings that we upload into the catalog of Facebook every day and keep it updated. We had 10 photos, which Facebook's AI is actually analyzing those photos for things like green grass or trees in the front yard or a pond in the back, water. They're looking at those photos and analyzing each one of them. We also send a bunch of other data into Facebook that Facebook and their AI systems can manipulate and can look at every single home and determine what the 5 best homes to show this particular client is the next time they get on Facebook. I'm going to give you a glimpse inside of our campaigns that we're currently, these are just 4 campaigns, remarketing campaigns that we're running in Indianapolis. We run these in all of our markets, but this shows you, or this proves to me that what we're doing is working. Because if you look down here on the right, the click-through rate, if you know anything about social media advertising, in which I'm going to show you a Google search I did just before I started this, that the average click-through rate, or a good solid click-through rate for a real estate ad on Facebook is, could be anywhere from 1 to 4%, if it's really good. If you look at the campaigns that we're running, we're getting a 35%, 34% click-through rate. That means that we're not just junking up people's Facebook or Instagram feeds with irrelevant information. We're putting the best information, relevant information to them right in front of them on their favorite platform that they go to 4 or 5 times a day. A couple of different campaigns, agent leads. If you have a sphere that you want to import into our CRM, you can do that, and we'll market to those leads on your behalf. We'll put them right into this system. And in this, looks like in the last 30 days, or in the month of July, we've reached 2,700 individual leads that our agents have put into the system. Those are self-generated leads. We also have our VIP leads that we're remarketing to. Web visitors. We get a lot of web visitors that come and look at properties on our website but never register as a lead. We're going to remarket to those people. We're going to keep them in our ecosystem. So we reached 23,000 people around Indianapolis last month through these marketing campaigns or these remarketing campaigns. Once again, the best part about this is I know that we're not just spamming people. We're giving them relevant information because the click-through rate is so high. I did a quick search on Google for the good click-through rate for Facebook ads. You can see 0.9%, less than 1. If you get into the real estate market, you're looking at about 1%. And you can visit any of these websites and you're going to see the same data. So we're crushing that. Get back to it. This is our CRM. It was designed by realtors for real estate specific. A lot of CRMs you'll see that are very vanilla or they're generic, and people try to put real estate data and stuff into that CRM, and it just doesn't work. Well, this one was developed in-house by Highgarden. We have our own internal IT guys that work on this every day. And like I said, it's proven. This isn't a new system. We keep adding a lot of new things to it, but it's been tested by over 600 agents. We've had almost 1 million leads at this point run through this system and over 30,000 transactions. So I know it's proven. It works if you work it. I'll go into some specifics of this. Once again, the automated intelligence is built in. If you speak to a lead, you talk to a lead on the phone, and that conversation lasts over a couple minutes, our system knows that and updates the status of the lead on your behalf. Or maybe it pauses an automated follow-up plan. You don't want to send out an email or a text message to somebody saying, hey, tried to reach you, when you just did. Our system recognizes all of that stuff and changes it, updates it on your behalf. Let's talk about automated email campaigns, property updates. Let's say that this person, you set it up, they're looking in Greenwood for a $500,000 to $600,000 ranch home on a basement. You set that up in the system, but then over the last couple weeks, that client's been looking in Carmel for $500,000 to $600,000 homes. The system recognizes that and changes the gateway or changes the MLS or the emails that get sent out to match what they're closely looking at now. It does that automatically. I say that, but you still have a lot of control. If you ever update that criteria, if you put in an update because you talk to them and they need a horse barn in their backyard and they actually want to be in McCordsville, you set that up, our system won't touch it. So I can get into that a lot more if we ever sit down and have a chance to chat. The system's a great way to keep you organized. Just starting with the chunks or the colors. These are all groups of leads in your system. When you click on any of these buttons, the details of each of the leads come up. But in the red section here, these are your most promising opportunities. You might have 1,000 leads in your database, but as you can see, 6 of them are probably the ones you need to actually look at today and determine if you need to do something in the hot list up there on the left. There's also another button, one of my favorites is the past clients. You have instant access to all of your past clients, all the details, all the notes, all the numbers on the deals, whether it's listings or buyer clients. Just one button and they're all right there. In the green section, obviously every good CRM has reminders. If you're looking at a client and you need to call them in a month from now to wish them happy birthday, you can easily do that within this system. And this system will break it down for you like today. In the morning, I have 3 things that I said I need to do. Over here in the blue section, these are like the blue ocean leads. They're the ones that probably, are just the ones that you've garnered over the last year or 2 or 3 at Highgarden that you haven't been able to reach, that are just, not sure when they're going to buy. This section is where the remarketing really comes in. Because what our goal is here is to take those 1,000 leads that aren't responding to you, that aren't showing a lot of activity, and get them warmed back up and move them up to your hot list. But you have access to all of them at any time. This is a really cool feature that we developed last year. We have about 80,000 leads from that we've generated, our company leads. Like an agent would leave Highgarden and they would have a database of 300 or 400 leads in there. Well, over the course of the last 20 years, that database is built up to almost 100,000 leads. We do the same lead scoring. We do the same remarketing on those leads every single day. And so when you hit this one button right in front of you every day, it's 24/7 prospecting opportunities for you. We take those 85,000 leads and say, here are the 3 leads. These are the 3 best leads out of those 85,000 that you could call at this very minute because they scored the highest. They're like the hot leads, except they're in the prospecting pool, and you have access to that every single, anytime you want. You can claim these leads out of the prospecting pool, put them into your data, as lead of yours. The other nice thing about this is we've kind of gamified it, where you can actually make some money. It may not be a lot, it may be a nickel or a dime or whatever per lead that you call in this database, but it can add up. And that's called a prospecting bank. And you can cash out your prospecting bank whenever you want, as long as you have at least $25 in there. But it makes prospecting a little bit more fun, and it makes sure that you actually get something out of doing it. This is the little money. The big money is if you actually find a client, which we have one agent, I think here in Indianapolis over the last 12 months, he's pulled 13 or 14 buyer leads out of his prospecting pool that have closed. So this is one of the spokes on his wheel for sure. The system will also allow you to slice and dice your leads however you want. You could create over 1,000 different combinations of prospecting lists. If you want to find everybody in your database that might have a home to sell that you haven't spoken to in the last 90 days, you can create a prospecting list, pull out those leads, and go for it. I mean, literally, there is about 1,000 different ways you can slice and dice all the leads in your database. Property alerts, I briefly touched on those, but those are all contained within our system. And they're not just property alerts. We also have market updates, which go, property alerts go out every day as new properties hit the market. We also have automated suggested properties, which goes out once a week on your behalf, which is a whole nother AI technology where we analyze the last 25 to 75 properties that a person has looked at and suggest 5 to 10 new ones that they might want to see. These, they may have been on the market for 6 months, but they haven't seen them on our website, but they closely match what these people are looking for, your leads are looking for. And so I can get into that more too if we ever have an opportunity to sit down, but that's a really powerful system. We've also recently implemented a monthly marketing update or a monthly market update where here in the, sorry about my phone, in the middle here, a market update of April 2020 for Hamilton County. Basically, we're showing them once a month what's happening in Hamilton County real estate. Did the prices go up? What's the inventory situation look like? I'll show you a live example of that too in just a second. Integrations. Our system is basically integrated. We can integrate it with anything. Any leads that you're currently generating, if you're buying leads from Zillow or RealGeeks or Truly or Chime, your Sphere, we can get that information into our system. We can download it out of that system, put it into ours, or we can actually real time capture leads from Zillow, stick them into our system, and start the remarketing campaigns, on your behalf. So it's all integrated. I'm going to show you real quickly what the IMS kind of looks like. Let's see here. I log into one of my favorite agents databases. So once you log in, this is what you're screening. This is a live database. As you can see over here on the right, it looks like this agent has 320 leads in the system. 12 of those are what we're saying, hey, you might want to take a look at these 12 because you haven't talked to them in a while or something might have changed with them. So I'm going to click on that. We'll just look at this first one, Jill Luke. You can see it's got a red flame, that means it's hot. But the system, there's a lot of standard things. Like if you need to add a reminder over here on the right, you can quickly add a reminder. You can even get a text message when that reminder is due so you really don't forget it. You can actually call a lead through the system, through your browser or through your phone and have everything recorded for you. You can text message your leads through this system, email them. This is the cool one, suggest. Just click on this for a second, show it to you. What this is doing is the suggest is looking at, it looks like in this case we looked at the last 75 properties that this person has viewed on our website. And we're going to suggest 10. And here are those 10 suggestions. You can quickly check mark all of these, send those 10 right to the client, right to Jill. If you wanted to show some that she viewed, like this particular house, we know she viewed this property on our website. Looks similar to this one. She viewed that one. Looks like she might be looking for a ranch with a 2-car garage. You can send, a couple of those in that email also. Wouldn't it be nice to say, hey, Jill, I found some properties that I thought you might be interested in, and actually send her a couple that she's interested in, along with some suggestions. She's going to think that you know exactly what she's looking for. So that's a pretty cool feature, and it can happen pretty quickly. Down here, we also can show you, all the homes that she's looked at on our site. In this example, as recently as 2 days ago, she looked at this particular house. Here's one that's now pended, but she looked at it twice on our website. She must really think something is nice about this. You could click on this and open it up on our website, look at the pictures, get an idea of what she might be interested in. Another cool feature is if you want to, Jill, we combine these 75 properties and kind of give you an idea of, it looks like from a price perspective, she's looking at less than $200,000, maybe up to $205,000 range. She probably wants an at least, a 1,200 square foot home. In a 46250 zip code is where she looked at the majority of homes. Beds, baths. She definitely probably wants to be in Lawrence Township. Just about every home that she's viewing on our website is in Lawrence Township School District. So this is all the information that you have at your fingertips on every single lead in the database. Down here, these automated suggest and gateway are the automated property campaigns, which you can create these for yourself, or you can let the system create them. But we have all the fields in here to, just like setting it up in the MLS. But the difference is that when you set it up in here and they get that email and they click on a property and they hit our website, we can track that. And we can let you know that they looked at this particular house from the gateway or an MLS property campaign. Not MLS, but our internal campaigns. The market updates, what looks like we sent one on July 11th. Whether she actually looked at that market update or not. In this particular case, she did. If you want to see what that market update looks like, this is a web page of the market update, but the middle section here is what she sees in her email. So, market update for Indianapolis, today. When we sent this, how many were for sale and pended, what the state of the market is, whether it favors buyers or sellers, how many properties have sold, the average days on the market, and the median sold price. And then we give them 5 recently listed properties in that area. They can view all of them if they click this link right here. When we show them 5 recently pended properties, and then 5 recently sold. And we can actually show them, did it sell above list, below list, how long did it take to sell. It's all in this market update. And that goes out on your behalf once a month to all of your leads in your database. You have the opportunity to turn it off if you want, but it's been a great tool for us. This actually goes out via text message now too. So a lot of people don't read their emails anymore, but you get a text with a link to your Hamilton County August 2020 market update. It's a quick click. And that's how we keep people engaged with our brand. So there's a ton more, things that I could show you. You can create links to homes. You can actually, like this particular, let's say that you saw this home, she looked at it 2 days ago. You can click this little link down here where it says text, and it just puts it up here in your text editor. puts a link. Hi Jill, it's Laura at Highgarden. You can add them into emojis, you could take that out, or you could customize this whole text message. But right here's a link to that particular home that we know she looked at 2 days ago. All within 30 seconds, you could make it look like you did a bunch of work, found the home that she might be interested in, and text message her. So that's kind of the basic overview of the IMS. There's a lot of other tools in here. You can send mass email campaigns to your entire database. You can edit your agent website, like your testimonials or the about page. You do that all within this system. There's links to all your past clients. If you need to do a mailing list, there's reports. It's all there. So I just wanted to give you a quick overview on that, and we'll finish up here. A lot of this that I've talked about is automated, but you are in complete control of this whole system. Every lead opportunity that gets sent to you, you have the option of saying, no, that lead's not for me, and we'll send it to a different agent. Or you say, yeah, that lead is for me. It's in my wheelhouse. It's in a price point that I know well, in an area I know well. I will accept that lead. So you're in complete control. You can turn your leads on or off anytime. If you're going to take a long weekend or you're going out to dinner with the family, you just turn your leads off and you don't get the notifications of new leads. Turn them back on when you want them. New leads. But all the automated property updates, you can turn those on, turn them off. Market updates, you can turn on, turn off, customize. Whatever you need to do is within, you have control. So I hope you found this interesting. I do think that this just kind of scratches the surface of what we offer at Highgarden from a technology standpoint. We have digital signatures and SkySlope for transaction management, zip forms obviously. But anyway, if you have any questions or I'd love to sit down with you and talk to you about some of the features that how our technology might be able to help you grow your business or manage your client relationships with some intention, which that's the most important piece of this, all of it. So anyway, I hope you have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.